Most people don't fail because they are weak. They fail because they follow the wrong path without realizing it, and by the time they understand what went wrong, years have already passed. The most dangerous part is that failure rarely feels like failure while it's happening. There is no sudden collapse, no warning signal telling you to stop. Life continues normally. You wake up every morning, follow your routine, go to work, talk to the same people, and convince yourself that everything is moving in the right direction. But quietly, without noise or drama, you drift further away from the life you once imagined for yourself. This is how most people lose their future, not through one big mistake, but through a direction repeated every day. Small choices compound. Days turn into months, and months turn into years. One day you realize that opportunities have disappeared, your energy has changed, and the freedom you thought you would have somehow never arrived. Not because you were lazy, and not because you lacked ability, but because you moved in the wrong direction for too long without questioning it. The world does not punish wrong decisions immediately. In fact, it often rewards them at first. Comfort feels like progress. Familiar routines feel like stability. Approval from others feels like success. But comfort can slowly become a trap, and stability can quietly become stagnation. Many people spend years chasing goals that were never truly their own, trying to impress people who will never determine their future. They keep moving forward because stopping feels uncomfortable, even when the path ahead leads nowhere meaningful. Most people believe success comes from working harder than everyone else. They believe that discipline alone will solve everything. Hard work is important, but there is a truth that very few people understand. Hard work without direction does not build power, it builds exhaustion. You can spend years sacrificing your time and energy only to discover that your effort created nothing lasting. Effort without strategy is just movement. And movement without strategy can lead you further away from where you want to be. This is why intelligent people sometimes fail while less capable people succeed. It is not always about intelligence or effort. Often it comes down to clarity and strategic awareness. The people who succeed long-term are usually the ones who understand the environment around them. They observe carefully. They think before they commit. They choose their direction deliberately instead of blindly following expectations. The real danger is rarely obvious. It is not the enemy you can see. It is the habits you never question. It is the decisions made in emotional moments. It is the people you trusted too quickly. It is the opportunities you ignored because they felt uncertain. These quiet mistakes slowly pull capable people off course. And the worst part is that while it is happening, everything still looks normal. You might be working every day, doing what is expected of you, believing that persistence alone will eventually solve everything. But persistence in the wrong direction only guarantees one outcome. You will arrive exactly where you never intended to go. Many people realize this too late, when responsibilities increase and options become limited. They begin to understand that time is not unlimited, and that every year spent in the wrong direction becomes harder to recover. Centuries ago, Niccolo Machiavelli observed something that most people still struggle to understand today. He understood that success and failure often depend less on effort and more on awareness. Machiavelli looked at power, politics, and human behavior without illusion. He did not describe the world as people wished it to be. He described it as it actually was. And one of his greatest insights was simple but uncomfortable. Good intentions alone do not protect you from bad outcomes. Many people misunderstand Machiavelli and assume his ideas were about cruelty or manipulation. But his deeper message was about clarity. He believed that people who refuse to see reality clearly eventually become victims of those who do. He understood that naive optimism can be dangerous when it prevents you from recognizing risks and hidden motives. Throughout history, people who lost influence or opportunity often shared the same pattern. They trusted too easily. They ignored warning signs. They relied on fairness in situations where fairness did not exist. They assumed loyalty without verifying it. They believed that being kind automatically guaranteed respect. But reality does not always reward good intentions. Sometimes it rewards awareness, preparation, and strategic thinking. One of the quiet mistakes many people make is confusing activity with progress. Being busy feels productive, but activity alone does not guarantee results. It is possible to spend years doing tasks that never move you closer to independence. Our long-term stability. Without stepping back and questioning your direction, you may continue investing effort into paths that slowly close more doors than they open. Another hidden danger is emotional decision-making. In moments of stress or pressure, people often choose what feels safe instead of what is strategically correct. They accept situations that limit them because change feels uncertain. They avoid difficult conversations because conflict feels uncomfortable. They delay important decisions because waiting feels easier than acting. Over time, these small emotional choices shape an entire life. Trust is another area where many people lose control without realizing it. Trust is necessary in any meaningful relationship, but blind trust can create vulnerabilities. Some people reveal their intentions only after they gain your confidence. Others take advantage of generosity without ever intending to return it. Learning to observe patterns instead of words is one of the most important forms of intelligence a person can develop. Approval is another silent trap. Many people unconsciously organize their lives around what others expect from them. They pursue careers that impress relatives, follow paths that seem respectable, and avoid choices that might invite criticism. But approval does not guarantee fulfillment, and respect from others cannot replace a sense of direction within yourself. When decisions are based primarily on external validation, it becomes easy to lose sight of what truly matters. Machiavelli believed that awareness begins with honest observation. Instead of assuming that people are always fair or loyal, he believed it was wiser to observe behavior over time. Patterns reveal far more than promises. The person who watches carefully understands situations earlier and reacts with greater control. Strategic thinking does not mean becoming cold or manipulative. It means understanding consequences before they arrive. It means recognizing risks early enough to avoid them. It means protecting your time and energy so that they are invested where they matter most. A strategic person does not drift through life hoping that things will work out. A strategic person chooses direction consciously and adjusts when necessary. If you are watching this now, there is an important advantage: you still have time. Awareness becomes powerful only when it arrives early enough to change decisions. Many people continue forward without questioning anything until change becomes difficult. But the moment you begin to examine your direction honestly, you regain control over your future. The purpose of this video is not to create fear or pessimism. It is to provide clarity before mistakes become permanent. Because once years have passed, correction becomes harder, and opportunities that once existed may no longer return. In the next few minutes, you will discover 7 strategic lessons inspired by Machiavellian psychology, principles designed to help you recognize the wrong path before it becomes permanent. These lessons are not about manipulation or dominance. They are about awareness and intelligent self-protection. Because the greatest danger in life is not failure itself. The greatest danger is walking the wrong path every day and believing you are safe simply because nothing has collapsed yet. And the people who avoid that fate are not always the strongest or the smartest. They are the ones who learn to see clearly before it is too late.